So today I need to change the strings on my acoustic guitar because they've not been changed for months. And so I thought I would share with you how I change my strings on my Taylor acoustic guitar. Hopefully if you have a Taylor acoustic guitar, this is how you change them too, or maybe you'll watch this and this is my technique will be how you change them. But secretly the technique I use is from the Taylor website, so it's the right way to do it according to them.
Say it's gonna be okay, 'cause this winter is so long, feels like it's haunting me. Say there's gonna be a change, 'cause I feel like I'm just holding on to yesterday.
Alright, here we are in the studio, and I've got everything I need. I've got the strings, the winding tuner, and then I've got clip the things with, and then the rag, and then the thing. Got it all. Tuner, guitar, la guitarra. It's right here. This is my Taylor, and if you don't know anything about this, you should check out this video right here, and it will tell you about this lovely guitar. This is my baby. I use Elixir Strings on it. I love Elixir. They sound really good. They're really good quality. They hold up for a pretty decent amount of time. So yeah, let's figure out a good setup here. I don't really have an official like guitar layout rig that you can place it on. I usually just jerry rig some stuff together like a pillow or... Okay, so here we are. Got the guitar here. I've got my strings. These are Elixir Phosphorus Bronze with the nano web coating, and it's the medium size, so a 13 to 56. Yeah, these are really great strings. I've used these for several years. I really love Elixir. I think they're solid. They've got really good endurance to them. They last a pretty good while, and they just sound really pretty as well, especially on a Taylor guitar. So the first thing I'm gonna do is obviously get rid of these strings, and the best way to do this is you want to use your pliers, which these are like wire cutters, I guess. I don't really know exactly what they are. You want these, and then you want your winder. And like I said, I don't really have a good setup here for like I don't have like a stand to put the guitar on, so I'm kind of just jerry rigging this setup, and that's typically how I do it. But the first thing you want to do, we're going to go ahead and loosen all the strings up here. Loosen these bad boys just like this. And there we go. Alright, so now that they're loose, you want to take your pliers, and I don't want to squeeze or anything too hard, but I'm just going to kind of get up here in this lip. There's a little lip on the string nut here, and you just want to pull up just like that, and it's like a little surgical precision, and we're going to do that to all 6 here. Very simple, very easy, and it also keeps the this section, the strings, from like popping back. When you take that out like that and there's tension down here, they tend to pop back a little bit, and that can be kind of scary. So I like to pull these out first. This is always chaotic for me. I'm gonna pull them out just like that, one by one. Just get some tension in here. Almost. Come on, boy. Come on. There we go. And be very careful, because you can very easily poke yourself. I poke myself pretty much every time I change my strings. And then what I do is I just wrap them up nice and neat, just like this. There you go, just like that. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I haven't cleaned it in a little bit, so I want to polish up the guitar. Usually 1 or 2 pumps onto a cloth like this. And you don't want to put it just on the guitar. I usually put it on the cloth and just wipe off the dust and any handprints or anything like that. And it's a little dirty. Clean this real good, real quick, just to help give it a nice polished look once we're done changing the strings. And I don't typically do the back side of it, but you can, you know. And then I'll do the same thing for the the neck of the guitar here. What I typically like to do is take my fingers and put them in the cloth and then just rub right here on top of the fret. Dozens of uses and plays, and then I'll just spray a little bit more on here, wipe it down, and then kind of go back on the back side. And then you definitely want to get up here as well. The dust tends to collect the most underneath the tight spots where the strings sit, and that can be up here around the lug nuts and the posts up here, and then even down here at the base. I don't know what you call this. So we're just gonna kind of polish inside and shine it up real quick. All right, there we go. That's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect unless you want it to be perfect. If you want it to be perfect, then that's all you. You do you, man. You do you. And then we're gonna take our strings here. So we're gonna start with the easiest one, which is the E string, the bass. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the string in here and then place the nut inside there. Press down. You're gonna feel it. You want to feel it kind of lock. It's gonna lock in place. So I feel it lock there. And then what they teach you to do, and what I do, you go the post that it's supposed to be at, and then you go a full post, keeping some tension. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep a little bit of tension here, and you're gonna go to the next post. And what we'll do, we're gonna cut it right here. Get that excess out of there. And then we're gonna take our first string and we're gonna go inside. Go inside just like that. Maybe just a little bit here. Zoom in here. Bring it down. All right. And then we're gonna go in just a little bit, just like that. That's where we want it to start. And then just by hand, I'm gonna start turning it inward. You want your strings to go inward. And then I'm gonna come and bring it right here. Keep a little bit of tension, and you wanna make sure that, and you can always use a capo too if that helps. You wanna make sure that the string goes underneath each wrap. Okay, we got a little bit right there, and then I'll just take the winder and wind this bad boy up. Should be coming up there. There we go. Get a little more tension there. Okay. It's always tough when you don't have like an actual stand to do this on, but it is what it is. Like, do your best with what you have, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. All right. And then I'll go back and just kind of double check down here at the bass that hasn't moved. Press a little bit there. And that's good for right now. And so what we're gonna do for the next two strings, for the A string and the D string, is the same thing. You'll measure up to the post that it's supposed to go, and then one post ahead. And then for the D string, I just wrap it around to this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those real quick. All right. Good. Starting to sound beautiful. Now we're on to the treble strings, and we're gonna look at the G string here. Now it's gonna be the same thing as the bass strings. The only difference is for the bass strings you do a post. We're gonna do a post and a quarter to a post and a half, and the reason is it's gonna give you a little bit more string to make sure that it winds underneath that tuning hole, underneath the post hole, and those strings are going to last a lot longer because of that. So we got our G string right here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to wrap around just like I did before, and then it doesn't really matter. Like, this is about a post and a half. We're going to come about right here just to give it just a little bit more, and yeah, that's looking good. And then the same principle, just a little bit through the hole right there, and then you want to make sure that you're turning away from you, or actually for this side it's turning inward. Press down right there. Make sure that it stays underneath. Make sure we keep some tension there. I'm starting to lose some tension. There it goes. All right. There you go. All right. Our G string is winding up. Alright, hope you guys are enjoying this video. If it's helpful, if you are, hit that like button right now. Go ahead and hit that like button. And then also, we're moving on to the last two, the B and the E string. These I have the hardest time with because they're so small and my fingers are so big. So if you have the same problem, comment below. Let me know if you guys struggle with these last two strings like I do. Same thing here. I'm gonna go to about a little over 1.25. So about right there. Okay. That sounded really good, didn't it? Where's that tuner? There it is. Alright. Keeping tension, and there it goes. Okay. Press down. Now we got one more to go. The E string. No! Locked in place. Give a little tension here, and then about right there. Gonna be good. Perfect. Inward. And don't worry, if it starts to look like it's gonna fall to the bottom, it will eventually flush up to the top. As long as you're keeping some tension there, you gotta keep that tension. That's what's important. Because you want to manipulate the string, not vice versa. Okay. They're all on there, and they're sounding really bad. So what we're gonna do, before I tune it, I want to stretch the strings out. And this is kind of, if this is your first time doing it, it's a little scary because you might feel like you're going to break the strings, but you're not, I promise. All you're going to do is you're going to start down here at the bottom, just like that, and then with two hands you're just going to start kind of pulling, and you're going to work your way up to the top. And don't try to go all the way because you might break it. And then the same thing here on all 6 strings. You're just going to kind of pull. Give a little bit of tension to it, stretch them out. And then I've got my handy dandy electric tuner here. Boom, just like that. And then we're gonna go back and do the same thing. We've got it tuned relatively close to where they're supposed to be. And then we're just gonna go through and stretch out. One more time. Don't want to pull like really hard, but just kind of give it some tension along the fretboard to help stretch it out, because it makes it stay in tune a lot faster, as opposed to just straight tuning it and then playing it 15 times and then having to retune it over and over again. Just stretch them out real good. You're not gonna break it. Sounds really good. Okay, that's everything. That's how you change the strings on a Taylor acoustic guitar. That's how I change the strings. It works really well for me, and I use Elixir guitar strings. They sound really good. If you like this video, if you're a Taylor user and you like it, make sure you like it and subscribe for more, and comment below and let me know what you think. Let me know how you tune your guitar. I'm sure there's dozens of other ways to tune a guitar, and really whatever works best for you and your instrument, I think is important. All right, that sounds really good. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Now it's time to clean up this mess. And the last thing is you want to make sure you get these bad boys up, because it sucks if you step on it. Is that one? Is that a plant? No, here it is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 6 of these extra little bad boys.